Good evening, everyone, and welcome back to Timberborn with our 3x3 playthrough, and Cycle 21 begins. Yes. Not a lot has happened over here. Things are being built. We finally have the smelters running, so we can actually get the metal blocks. A lot of this stuff is relying on metal blocks to be run, so we need to wait for that to happen there. But we have the smelters running. However, we don't have that much scrap, so we're not going to have that much metal blocks coming in, so we need to get this running, which shouldn't be too bad because we actually do have 34 treated planks. We're actually getting some treated planks coming in, which is awesome. These are doing their job. Fantastic. So I think we're going to be good to do the stuff and things. I have blown off the edge of this here completely. It's completely gone, been exploded and gone and kaboom. Not sure why people are hungry. Oh. I've had the game running. Grown up. I've had the game running, just running and not the. Oh, we're out of food. That's a situation. Okay. What do we do to get food? Well, the biggest problem is that everything you need to get food requires gears. We don't have any gears. That's a bit of a problem. Panic sessions. There's another thing I've observed as well, which is something I need to address. But food is more important. Okay, let's get ourselves some grits mills going. And some bakeries going. It's 2 to 1, isn't it? It's 2 to 1. Recipe wheat flour. Recipe wheat flour, and then you are going to do bread. You are all going to become high. You're going to become very high, and we are going to put in power. Yeah, we'll drop the power from there, and we'll just turn it directly into those like that. Make those high priority as well. Okay. So yeah, what was that? I'm very worried now. I haven't seen any bee die. I've just had the game running, letting this do its thing here. I've been watching it. I hadn't noticed this. I think this has only just come up because we still got 85 food. I think that's only just popped up, and that is because we don't. Well, we should have some grilled chestnuts, but we no longer have spade stock. So we've gone down to 3 foods, and I don't think the chestnuts are doing as well. I kind of feel like for the population, I need a lot more chestnut trees. So we'll see that. But we'll get the bread going. That's the important part. But yeah. Okay. Play. So my observation is that the industry is here. The living quarters are here. For them to wake up in the morning, grab a bit of food, grab some water, come all the way over here and get going, they've already spent a couple of hours of the day gone. And I can't think of any way to fix that. I can think of many ways to fix it, but none that would work in this situation. Initially, my brain was like, well, hey, how about we put the houses in the centre? Directly, right here. We'll put the houses in the centre here, and then we just move the farms over and and we could do that. We could do that. We could put the houses in here. We could move the fields to be over here. So we have like 1, 2, 3, 4 fields. So we just shift everything over a little bit. That's not a problem. And deal with the same up there. And then the trees could go in here because it was suggested in a previous episode on the comments that maybe the trees should go here closer to the industrial. Makes sense. Makes sense in my head. So, yep. Okay. But I mean that. Oh, something else as well. Before I forget, let's put in another house. There you go. We have another house. There you go. But we still got those 2 paused because these two over here. So Yep, but I put another house, so... right, so almost forgot that, but that's okay, we've got it in there. So we could do that. I then also thought we could put the houses down the front here, but we need a large area because we're going to have a lot of houses. I want to go to cycle 100. This is only for cycle 24. We need this 4 times. Putting it in the center here isn't really going to work. The alternative as well is that we do have lots of space over here. So I could put the houses in here, you know, in these 2 fields here, and leave the layout exactly as it is. Move the fields over by 1, so the carrot field would go where the trees are. The trees would go where this area is here. So this, and this becomes food, housing, and water storage, and then all our trees go over here. That would work. That would work. And then we could have maple trees all growing over here doing their thing, and that'd be fine. We'd have to get rid of this mountain here, though, which is a lot of explosives. If I had a lot of explosives, I could do a lot more things. I don't have a lot of explosives. That's the problem. So I'm not really sure which way to go on this at the moment. I think for the moment we'll just leave it as it is. We'll do things there. Once we get a decent level of explosives, I can blow up this area here, here, and here. Down a level. We could also leave that up a level if we wanted to, but I'm going to blow it down a level. And then we could also, because we're putting the houses in here as well, it wouldn't really affect anything we're doing. We could have fields over here. We could still put fields up here doing stuff. We would just the houses would be maybe even just here. We could put the houses in this tile and this tile and split the whole game up. The whole reason I've gotten this is because it's 4 beehives. A 14 by 14 is 4 beehives, so it just makes sense in my head to do the tiles by 14 by 14. This is not 14 by 14 because obviously the house is the same. So, but 3, 6, 9, 12. So there'd be 12 across, which would leave 2 gaps on the end, which is fine because that's stairs coming up. So this is technically 14. It's 14 by 4. 4, 8, 12, 13, 14. So we could technically build this. 3, 6, 9. Not all of it, obviously. 3, 6, 9. So it's just 9, 12. So it would be 4 long. Hold on. It would be 1, 2, 3, 4 long. This is not 14 by 14, is it? Hold on. Something isn't right here. This is 14. So yeah. So we could do that. Put on like that. Stairs come up either side to get on the roofs to do the things we're doing on the roofs. That'd be fine. And then this way it would be 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. That would work. That would work. And we'd have a group of 4. So that'd be. So it wouldn't be 10, which is 3, 6, 9. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So we've got 6 at the moment. So it'd be 4. That'd be 4, 8, 16, 24. This so one tile would do up to cycle 24, which is what 2 of these do. Oddly enough, so we'd have 24. There. So if we did up to here, that would be cycle 96. Okay. Food and things, I don't know. I don't know what we do with food and things. I don't know how I do food and stuff. I could blow it. Yeah, there was another wonderful suggestion of like the storage. These ones here, particularly. We could blow the floor up and put them underground, and then put the industry on top of them. That's a lovely use of space. The only issue to it is that you would then have to have ways to get down to the entrances. So you'd have to have staircases going down to the entrances, which makes the pathways too thick. And yeah, you're saving like 2 wide, but it's not. I mean, you could put a gear workshop on top like that, and that'd be fine, because then you've got a spare pathway here where the road could run, and then this pathway would be the one that goes down underground. So that's doable. We could put our food storages underground here, So the larger warehouses could go underground. We'd have to blow up 3 deep to go down there. And then the idea would be we'd put the food storages like that underground. So these would be right down underground. The houses would go on top, and then we'd do double platforms out the front. So the houses could sit like that, and you'd have to have a staircase coming down from the side, which then means we wouldn't be able to get up to the top. But then you could do both. You could easily have a staircase come down, and with these platforms, you could build a staircase up as well, because you can do that to go up, and you can put stairs underneath double platforms. So we could do that to go down. So I think that is doable. I think that's it's a little more complicated than I'd like to do, but I'm okay with going a little bit more complicated. It's not complicated, it's just we've got to blow big holes, but it does require a lot of explosives that we don't have. What do you think of that? What do you think of doing that then? We'll grab maybe all of these tiles, these 4 tiles here, the houses, and we'll put food underneath it. On there. Water storage would be a bit of an issue. I don't know what to do with that. Could look into the platforms. Let's unlock the platforms. We've got 10,000 size. Let's unlock the platforms. Platforms are one that's they're good. They're good, but they are. Don't know whether they're going to be good for this purpose. So that's the tightest you can build them. No, it's only a 2x2 inside. We couldn't get the big water storage inside there. That's not doable. So for the folk tales, we can't do this. We can only put the small water storages in here. And that's not really going to work for us. Yeah, so we couldn't put the large tanks underground. We'd have to put the large tanks above ground. So I suppose on top we could have large tanks, like maybe 1 for each row, and then do the rooftop terraces either side, that sort of thing. And then out the front here we could have well, out the front here I suppose we could have stuff for cooking and change and doing like grills and stuff could go down here. Over here we could do whatever. We could do a separate power system over here as well, because we could always build a little power system off of here if we wanted to. Run it off the water, or we could run the power system up and over and down here, and that would be fine as well. Right, I can now unpause the game. Let's get rid of these here. Whenever I'm mucking about with stuff like this, I always pause the game, because you don't want to have actual beavers start working on things when you're just trying to do ideas. So sure, I should really build them like way over here. But yeah, so we could put the water maybe on the centres, so that would be 3 water storages of water, and these store 1,200 each, so that would be 3,600 water, which is more than all these combined right now anyway. And that would be up to cycle 24, which is slightly more than what we have now, and water's not a problem. Water's okay. So we could do that, put them on top, and then put the rooftop terraces like on the rest of them. And then at the front here we could have some campfires, maybe, to keep people happy. I don't know if that would work or not. And then we could use these 4 with the potential for going up to these 2 here as well. So we can have 24, 46, 90, 96. That'd be cycle 96, and then we could extend into these 2 here to go to my brain is failing, 110, 134, cycle 134 with all of these added together. That right? Is that right? 24 times 6. I'm gonna do calculator. 24 times 6, 144, not 34, 144. Don't know if we could get to 144. Cycle 144. 144 times 9 is 1,296 beavers. I mean, maybe. I wonder if this game uses dots. feel like it should use dots in the ECS. It would really benefit from having so many beavers. Would require a rewrite of the game though. Anyway, yeah. So that's the plan. That's a new plan. That's a new plan. What do you think of the new plan? I have been talking for 15 minutes and didn't realise, because I've just panicked about the food and stuff. So yeah, what do you think of the plan? Do you like that plan? I like that plan. I like that plan of putting the beavers in here, and then just moving our farms basically over to this side, and then we can just redirect this river down. So all the farms would be this side, all the industry would be this side, and trees would become behind it over here. We'd have to sort out water, but that's okay because we're going to build little canals, so the canals can come along here, come along and go down wherever the paths are. So it could go down here, it could go down here, it could come along, go down here as well. Separate these out. If we go 14 away from the edge here, we can do that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. So there. That is not 14 onto the next one there, is it? So we'd actually come along from here. Yeah, because we can have canals coming down wherever we want. And it only requires one little tiny bit of water to be in the canal to keep the area green. Yes, it will dry up during the droughts. One deep I don't think stays for an entire drought. How deep is this? How deep is this one here? That's only 1 deep, actually. Actually, that's only 1 deep, and that seems to be survived the entire drought. So maybe 1 deep would be enough. We could make it 2 deep just to be sure. It would get there. When it goes 2 deep, it means that the edges starts losing water on the edges. So instead of like this is floods to here, if it was 2 deep, it would only go to about here. But it would keep some crops alive at least. You know, we go into low maintenance mode, I suppose. We'd have to see. We'll have to see. Okay. Right, I'm going to actually change the priority of this guy to be like this. Okay, so one of these gets built with the gears going on there. So, okay, let us fast forward time and let us see whether we can get a grits mill made. Before a beaver dies. So, died of old age. You worried me. You really worried me there. I will say it is entirely possible that when I've been recording the time lapses, like I was trying to record a time lapse of this at the start of the game, and it wasn't going anywhere, so I gave up on it. But it's possible during that time a beaver may have died that I was not aware of. So I do look back through whenever I come back, and I don't see anyone who has died of anything other than old age. So, okay. There we go. That has been built. Awesome. Needs power. That's because the windmills have all died on us. That's fine. That's fine. Can you please build that one there? You please, and build this one here. Okay. Okay, we'll be right back. Okay, so things are still bad. Things are still bad. Everyone is hungry. But we are getting a bit of food coming in from the bakeries, which is good. You wouldn't believe, but I built the 2 grist mills. The second grist mill got built, and then for 2 days straight, the windmills didn't spin. 2 days. So it's like, stop it, you're killing me. You're literally killing me here. However, I think there's a few other things we can do. One, I've put in a gathering flag up here to get the berries, just so this place has got a little bit more food. It does still have carrots being sent over, but it's just so it's got more food doing things here. The other thing we can do is put in another farm for the carrots, because I don't think they're chopping down the carrots fast enough. A lot of these are being grown and have been grown for a while, and they're getting back to here and doing it. So I'm going to put another farm in, a farmhouse. I'm just going to literally put it up here. It can reach down there. That'll be fine. I'm also going to put one down here as well. Like that. Okay, let's make these a nice high priority, so we can do that. And then make them a high priority for people to work in. I'm not going to set them as a priority, they'll just do distance, that'll be fine. Maybe that can supplement us a little bit more to get some stuff in. Because we just don't have enough coming in here. These are all been harvested. There's a couple that haven't, but the two gatherers are keeping up with this. They get through all the trees before the first ones replant. So 2 gatherers are fine for this amount of trees. So I think we're okay for that. No one has died of starvation yet. We are right on the edge of it though. Right on the edge of it. Everybody is so hungry. It kind of it's sort of about here somewhere, if that makes sense. It's sort of let's grab another random person. Boom, there you go. I see you're actually okay. But yeah, it's we are just getting enough food in to support the population. We've got a lot of people died of old age, but that's okay. So right. So we're gonna get this farm running. And you're going to come and deal with carrots. That's fine. The problem with putting the grits mills and stuff over here is that it takes them, as I said, about 4 or 5 hours in the morning to get to here to start working stuff. And then when they're hungry, you see that he's got to go off all the way back over to here to get some food, and then come all the way back to it. And he's not working. For all that time, he's not working. He's not doing this stuff. We might have to do a 24-hour day for a bit. I think we might have to do some 24-hour days. So, yeah, you should be set to chopping, and you should be set to chopping. Don't worry about planting. We've got 2 choppers, and we've got 1 planter. The 1 planter can keep up. That's fine. It's fine. Okay, you'll feel a bit. I'm surprised you didn't come and get the carrots, actually. To be honest with you. I'm surprised these ones haven't come out to. Well, they will come and get the carrots. They just prioritise that, but. Still, even with all these farms running it, the potatoes and that they weren't getting enough in. The fields were still being grown, so we don't have any food left. That's okay. Stop the press. Stop the press. Did I miss one back here? Did I miss one back here? Reggie has died of hunger. Died of hunger. We lost one. We lost one, which means I have failed. I have failed. But do I carry on? Should I continue? Should we carry on and see whether it's possible? Or will we give up here? I'll let you decide. I'll let you decide. We have had failure. That was the rules. The rules were if anybody dies of non-natural causes, I failed. I failed the 3x3 challenge because obviously I didn't do it. But should we come? We've come this far. Should we carry on? I will let you decide. Let me know in the comments whether we should carry on with this series or whether we should call it failure. It is a failure. We have failed, but you can carry on after failure. So thank you very much for watching. I hope you have enjoyed this one, and I will maybe see you in the next one. And until then, as always, have fun.